All right, welcome to the deep dive. Today we're cracking open the world of Elite Dangerous.
Yeah, lots to get into.
We've got a pretty fascinating web of information to explore for you. Think of this as your shortcut to understanding some of the game's, well, key interconnected systems.
Uh-huh.
We're looking at ship customization through these specialized engineer NPCs.
Right. The ones who do the serious mods.
Exactly. Then there's the political side, specifically Alliance Assembly Counselor Nakato Kaine.
The big name in the Alliance.
And we've got some really insightful,
Yeah.
sort of on-the-ground perspectives from Commander Peter Ariete's logs.
Those logs are great, yeah.
So our mission today, it's really to see how these elements, the personal touch on your starship, the wider political stuff, and the everyday player experience, how they all work together, how they give you power and agency in the galaxy.
It's definitely more than just separate game mechanics, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's about how they feed into each other, creating this living, breathing universe where your choices actually have tangible effects.
Okay, so let's jump right into these engineers then. Now, these aren't your run-of-the-mill upgrade vendors you find at, every starport.
No, not at all. These are unique characters, hidden away in planetary bases. You need the right gear just to land there.
And they can do some seriously impressive things to your ships, pushing performance way beyond the standard specs.
It's about taking a good ship and making it your ship, making it exceptional for whatever you want to do.
What's really interesting, though, is it's not just about having the cash. There's a whole process, kind of discovery and
Yeah.
relationship building almost.
Right. Each engineer specializes, Frame shift drives your jump drives for a longer range.
Crucial for explorers.
Totally. Or tweaking weapons for more punch, beefing up shields, hull armor.
And you can't just walk in. You need to meet specific criteria first.
Yeah, often involves showing your skills, maybe delivering rare goods, or contributing to whatever they're interested in.
Exactly. Like Felicity Farseer, famous for FSD upgrades. You might need to bring her meta alloys.
Which aren't always easy to find.
Right. Or if you want Todd the Blaster McQuinn to, or make your multi-cannons really thing.
He wants bounty vouchers, proof you can fight.
It adds this layer of engagement. It's not just grinding credits,
And the journey doesn't stop once you unlock them. Every single modification needs specific materials.
Oh yeah, the materials grind.
Well, yeah. But they come from everywhere. Components salvaged from combat wreckage,
Yep.
rare minerals you have to mine yourself,
Hours spent finding the right asteroid.
specialized alloys from mission rewards, even exploration data from scanning planets.
It really pushes you to try different things, doesn't it? You can't just stick to one gameplay loop if you want the best upgrades.
Exactly. It makes you interact with the whole Elite universe.
And the rewards, well, they're significant. These mods come in 5 grades.
Grade 1 up to grade 5.
And higher grade means better performance. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Imagine an explorer, right, getting a grade 5 FSD upgrade.
Oh, the jump range increase is massive. It opens up. Yeah.
Huge swaths of the galaxy that were unreachable before. Or a trader surviving a pirate attack because they invested in hull and shield engineering.
Or combat pilots. The right weapon tweaks from someone like Brew Tarquin or Liz Ryder. Game changer.
Absolutely crucial. These engineers are vital if you want to truly optimize your ship.
Yeah, so, okay. You've got these highly customized, very capable ships. That really sets the stage for how you, as a player, interact with other big systems in the game, like the politics.
Which brings us neatly to Nakato Kaine.
Mm-hmm.
She's a fascinating figure in the Alliance. Counselor for Tinisla, been a big voice in the Assembly for, nearly a decade?
Yeah, a long time. Known for strong speeches, and she's definitely skeptical about serious corporations' influence.
Right. She even ran for Alliance Prime Minister a while back, didn't she? Against Mahan.
She did in 3D307. Lost to Mahan, but it showed her ambition. She has strong support, especially in the older Alliance systems.
And her platform, she was critical of Mahan's expansion ideas, worried about stirring up the Thargoids more.
Exactly. Very focused on Alliance sovereignty, cautious about anything that might compromise their independence, like that proposed serious defense pact.
It creates this interesting political dynamic, and players can actually get involved directly.
That's where power play comes in. You pledge allegiance to a leader, like Kaine.
And then you do stuff in-game to help their cause.
Right. You earn merits, which is like your contribution score. For Kaine, you can deliver fortification supplies to systems she controls, help strengthen them.
Logistics runs, basically.
Or you can haul expansion materials to try and spread her influence into new systems.
But it's not just hauling, is it?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You can take a more direct approach, undermining her rivals, attacking their power play ships.
Which gives you a decent chunk of merits, right? 30 per ship.
Yeah, 30 merits. Or fighting in conflict zones during an expansion push, that gets you merits too, 10 per kill there.
And since her focus includes economic stability.
Traders can help, selling certain high-value goods in her systems, participating in specific trade community goals or initiatives she might back.
So, combat, trading. What else?
There's espionage, intelligence gathering, hacking terminals, delivering data. And of course, good old-fashioned bounty hunting in alliance space helps improve security, which aligns with her goals.
It's quite diverse then. It caters to traders, bounty hunters, combat pilots, even explorers doing the intel runs.
It really makes you think about your playstyle, you know? If you enjoy trading or security ops, aligning with Kaine makes sense. You're helping her and doing activities you probably enjoy anyway, plus getting rewards for it.
And seeing how all this comes together, the engineered ships, the political factions, it really hits home when you look at actual player stories,
Yeah.
like Commander Peter Ariete's logs.
Absolutely. Those logs give such a great ground-level view. Let's look at his friendship drive entry from April 21st.
Okay.
It's about building a station out in the Tibonis system, and the scale is just immense. The construction site is over 400,000 light seconds from the main star.
That's a long trip in a normal supercruise. Hours, maybe?
Easily. Weeks if you were hauling manually. But this is where fleet carriers come in.
Ah, the big player-owned mobile bases.
Exactly. Peter describes working with other commanders, Mache and Mako Valbel, using their big Type 9 haulers.
The space cows.
Yeah. Loading up Commander Mache's fleet carrier, the ORP Konopnica, with 20,000 tons of steel and titanium.
20,000 tons.
Yeah. They ferry it from Steiner platform to the carrier, which is parked nearby. Then the carrier just jumps across the system close to the construction site.
Turning weeks of hauling into.
A 15-minute jump, it just completely changes the logistics of these massive projects.
You can really see that ripple effect in his later logs, too. April 22nd, he's scouting trade routes, thinking about colonization, planning system economies.
And then he's hauling CMM composites himself, massive loads in his cutter, for his own station project in the Ariete sector.
The fleet carrier capability basically enables these huge personal and community goals.
And inspires them, too. He mentions getting inspiration from Mache to use his own carrier for construction support.
That sense of community really shines through, doesn't it? Even in his Colonization Wednesday log, he sounds exhausted, but he's still helping Mache out in Tibonis.
Yeah, these big projects often rely on that kind of collaboration. Then, April 24th, the community goal in Dawn finishes successfully.
Right, the anti-pirate one.
Peter, ranked in the top 50%, got a hefty payout, 220 million credits.
Nice haul.
What does he do? Immediately plans more construction in his home system, HIP 67203, a space farm, high-tech stuff, even a bar.
Gotta have a bar.
Priorities. It shows how participating in these galaxy-wide events directly fuels individual players' ambitions and projects.
But these projects have real stakes. His next log, time is running out, makes that clear. He's got a deadline for his Coriolis station.
Yeah, failure means losing his deposit, wasting all those materials he's hauled. There's real pressure there.
Adds a bit of drama to the hauling.
Definitely. But the log entry that really ties everything together for us today is Busy Saturday.
The Cobra Mk5 purchase.
Exactly. After all that heavy lifting and construction planning, he decides to get himself a new ship. A versatile small ship, the Cobra Mk5. And crucially, he mentions wanting to use it to get back into supporting Nakato Kaine's missions.
So there's the link. Ship choice, driven by a desire to engage with the political system again.
And he doesn't just buy a stock ship off the lot. Oh, no.
He goes all out. Top-tier modules, integrates some old Guardian tech he had lying around.
FSD booster, shield and hull reinforcements, and stuff you get from engaging with older game content.
And then the engineer tour begins.
Right. He takes it to various specialists to push its performance way beyond factory standard. Multi-cannons get overcharged
Killer damage.
with effects like autoloader and corrosive shell. Pulse lasers get rapid fire and phasing sequence.
Faster firing, shields, less of a problem.
Frameshift drive gets increased range with deep charge.
Longer jumps.
Thrusters get dirty tuning with drag drives for speed and maneuverability. Power distributor gets charge enhanced.
Better energy management for weapons and shields.
Even the shields themselves, bi-weave for faster regen, modded for thermal resistance.
The masterclass in focused engineering. But he hit a snag, right? Power issues.
Yeah, all those upgrades drew too much power, so he had to make another trip, this time to Heratani, who specializes in power plants. Got an overcharged upgrade with the monstered experimental effect.
And that fixed it.
Just barely. Ended up with like 4% surplus power. It shows how you really have to balance things when engineering.
So this highly tuned Cobra Mk5, what did he do with it?
He immediately started doing things aligned with Kaine's power play activities, interdicting targets, hacking data points, scooping up escape pods, stuff that supports her security and intelligence efforts, plus some exobiology on the side.
It perfectly shows how a well-engineered ship becomes this tailored tool for specific gameplay, all fitting within that broader political context.
And his last log, Future Prospects, he's just buzzing about the Cobra Mk5, how good it is for fast missions, bounty hunting, even exploration or mining, potentially.
Versatile little ship when tuned up.
Definitely. And he's still focused on his big projects, the Coriolis station, planning more development. It's that cycle of gameplay-driving ambition.
Okay, so maybe we should quickly touch on the Cobra Mk5 itself, give people the specifics.
A good idea. It's made by Falcon DeLacy, classified as multi-role. Pretty affordable base costs.
Key thing, small landing pad size
Mm.
gets you into outposts.
Right. 3 crew seats for multi-crew. Stock specs are okay, but as Peter showed, engineering unlocks its real potential. Decent speed, good maneuverability, and a nice weapon layout with 3 medium and 2 small hardpoints.
That's a good punch for a small ship.
It is. And the cockpit's been redesigned from the classic Cobra Mk3, central seat, great visibility, even has that transparent floor panel.
Yeah, the floor window. Bit unnerving at first.
Yeah. For power play, like Peter figured out, it's great.
Yep.
Jump range for fortification, runs after engineering.
Check.
Firepower for undermining or combat zones.
Check.
Speed and agility for interdictions or data running.
Check. It's cheaper to run and harder to hit than bigger ships too.
Exactly. A solid choice for that kind of work.
And since they were so vital to Peter's logs, maybe a quick overview of fleet carriers.
Sure. They are the endgame purchase, really. Massive mobile bases.
Costing billions just to buy.
5 billion base price, yeah. Plus significant weekly upkeep costs, fueled by tritium.
But the capabilities are unmatched. 16 landing pads, including large ones.
A jump range up to 500 light years per jump.
Whoa.
Massive cargo hold 25,000 tons. And you can install services like refuel, repair, shipyard, outfitting.
Making them basically self-sufficient mobile hubs for you and your squadron, or even the public if you allow access.
Essential for deep space exploration, large-scale trading, mining operations, and strategic logistics, like supporting of that station construction Peter was involved in.
Right. So bringing it all together then, we've kind of dug into this intricate web, engineers giving you that deep ship customization.
Letting you really specialize your ride.
Then the political layer, with figures like Nakato Kaine providing context and goals for player actions within the Alliance.
And showing how you can actually influence the galaxy.
And Commander Peter Ariete's logs just beautifully illustrate how these systems all converge for actual players, driving these ambitious projects, the collaboration.
Yeah, showing how engineered ships and things like fleet carriers make it all possible.
Exactly. So engineers aren't just stat boosts. They unlock deeper gameplay. Kaine shows the politics are more than just background fluff. And Peter's story, well, it shows the heart of the elite player experience, right? Dedication, community, making your mark.
Absolutely. It makes you think, doesn't it? All this player-driven economy and political maneuvering happening constantly across thousands of systems.
So maybe a final thought for everyone listening. Consider how your actions fit into this. Every engineered module, every trade run for a faction, every community goal contribution, it all adds up.
How do your individual choices ripple outwards? What kind of impact will you ultimately have on this vast, evolving galaxy?
Something to ponder out there in the black. Thank you for joining us for this week's deep dive. We hope you found this exploration insightful.
Yeah, it was great digging into this.
We'll be back with another deep dive into the elite dangerous universe next time.
And hey, if you enjoyed this discussion and want to catch our future explorations, definitely like this and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out. We'll see you next time.